Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Reecee News. And recently, Nintendo was speaking to a new shareholder with some of their recent problems and some of the ways that they are addressing them. And one of those, which we've been talking about a lot lately, are Nintendo Directs. So, just to keep in mind, we haven't gotten a full Nintendo Direct since September of last year, and we haven't gotten a Nintendo Direct Mini for nearly 100 days at this point. We haven't gotten anything direct related since March, not including game specific like Smash Bros. Or Pokemon. So they do address, the Nintendo president addressed that it is a good way of presenting information, which I like seeing. Nintendo is still really optimistic about their Nintendo Directs, and they're still thinking about doing them, but it's possibly because of the times right now that they're not doing one, or they're just planning one for a little bit longer in the future. Hopefully they're going to do one soon. I feel that it could be sometime in the late summer, maybe later this month, August or September. It's definitely a possibility that there could be a Nintendo Direct soon, since they're acknowledging it. But they do say there could be other ways of presenting new information, which could possibly replace the Nintendo Direct, or it could be alongside the Nintendo Direct. So I'm thinking new announcements could kind of be like on Twitter with the Paper Mario one, but if things are a little more efficient that way, they would probably stick to just announcing them on Twitter, or doing smaller directs with just a couple big games in them. I feel like that could also be a possibility, like more mini directs, or just brand them as like regular Nintendo Directs and have them more often. I'm not sure, they might do something different there, but I don't really see directs going away. I just see them kind of being different in the future, because I could still see them happening, since Nintendo still regularly does announcement videos such as Smash Bros, Pokemon, or even the mini directs. So hopefully we could be seeing something in the future, but I don't think right now. Another issue that they addressed is the Joy-Con drift, and I've had problems with that, and so many other people too. It almost happens to every Joy-Con. But so far, I'm hoping that my new Joy-Cons that I got don't, but they probably will at one point. I'm hoping they won't. But I don't think it's every Joy-Con, it's most of the Joy-Cons. So this is a pretty significant issue, since it's a really major problem, since it affects your gameplay, and it basically causes the analog stick to just drift off, and it's almost unplayable in some circumstances. So I'm really hoping that Nintendo fixes this, because they're at least addressing it now. They're addressing it with not just Nintendo of America now, the actual Nintendo president. They apologized about it, and that's a really good start. I'm glad they're doing that, and hopefully this can lead to the Joy-Cons actually being fixed, some Joy-Cons being recalled, or some Joy-Cons actually being replaced by Nintendo for free. I really feel they could be doing that in the future, and I mean, this was a really bad problem, since it could basically make your game unplayable, and I've experienced this problem a lot of times with a lot of my Joy-Con pairs just drifting, and I really feel like this is a good thing that it's addressed, and hopefully it can be fixed. Since it's addressed, that means it could be fixed in the future. So moving on to the last bit of news here, this is actually really cool also. So, this month is gonna have Paper Mario, the Origami King. We know a lot of information about this game so far, but not too many of the details. We still have a few more things to know about this game. Like, how is it gonna work, how are we gonna go through the story, and how are we gonna progress through the game? Does it have a world map? Which it probably doesn't, since there's no gameplay of a world map at all. So, leading to that, the developers from Intelligent Systems said that Paper Mario the Origami King will be kind of like an open world game. This is huge. This is the first time Paper Mario has been open world, because usually the levels in each game, even the ones that don't have a world map, are still segmented. And this is really interesting because like all the worlds could connect now, and this could be really interesting. This could definitely make it like a unique Paper Mario game. This could like fix a lot of the issues that the other games have had with world maps and stuff like that. And this honestly looks really cool, and I feel like they're trying to bring an interconnected world. And some people even compared this to Breath of the Wild. So is this Paper Mario Breath of the Wild? And this looks really interesting. And they could even have it so where you could like choose where you go when you beat the game. I'm not sure if they said anything about that at all, but I think that would be pretty interesting if you could choose where you go, and then you can go to the final boss, kind of like Breath of the Wild. But I think they said like you could do something similar to that, or they also said something about like you being able to see Peach's castle in all different worlds. It's kind of like Breath of the Wild, also kind of like Mario Kart Double Dash, where you can see the different areas, or even Super Mario Sunshine, where you can see different levels off in the distance. I really like that they do that, and that's really interesting. I think also New Super Mario Bros. U might have done that too, with like the different areas in the background and stuff like that. And I think that's really cool, and I really like to see the interconnected nature of these games, seeing where you can go next, and seeing how you can complete the game, and it's really interesting. So I'm hoping this game will end up being good and fun to play, and I'm really excited about it. I know there are a couple problems with the game, but I'm hoping they're not as bad as they seem, and I'm not getting my hopes way up for this game. I'm still excited about it, but I'm hoping this game will at least meet my expectations. And the open world aspect that they're talking about really looks promising. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Goodbye.